Welcome back to the Jackson Systems Happy Hour.
Well, hello, everyone.
Tom,
hello, Jillian.
We meet again, my
friends.
friends.
We do. Cheers.
How was your week?
It was good. A lot of driving this week. So, but before we get started, what magical drink is in your cup there, Jillian?
Well, it's a Cabernet.
A Cabernet.
Suitor Home. You know, it's extra classy.
Oh, is that a inexpensive wine?
It's, you know, price doesn't necessarily dictate quality.
Oh, okay.
So, but I mean, yeah, it is.
All right.
How about you?
I'm drinking a vintage Diet Coke from Burger King. Yes, if you'll notice the Burger King cup I'm holding in my hand. I ran out of time and could not get to a McDonald's quick enough, so I had to settle for a Burger King, although Diet Coke is decent, so I'll take it.
How is...
Actually, Burger King...
Whoa, let's back up.
Okay.
For one, my chair is sinking, so I'm going to bump this back up here. I feel
Your
like...
chair is sinking.
It did. I don't know, hit the button. There we go. Oh, I feel...
Right.
Now am I too high? I don't know.
You're looking good.
Okay.
All right, yeah.
So we've seen Burger King Diet Coke, McDonald's Diet Coke, and Dairy Queen Diet Coke on this episode.
And just a can of Diet Coke.
And just a can. So out of the four, let's rate them best to worst.
McDonald's always number one.
Okay. Hashtag McDonald's.
Yep.
Okay.
Then probably Burger King.
Okay.
And, Dairy Queen was also good.
Well, which one's second place, third place?
I'll give Burger King second place.
Okay.
And then Dairy Queen third place, and then can.
Can.
Yeah. So what I really like is crushed ice, which unfortunately McDonald's does not have crushed ice, but if I can find crushed ice, that's awesome. Now Burger King is interesting because Burger King, it's about 50-50. Some of their stores have the traditional dispensers where you go up and they've got an individual dispenser for each drink. But a lot of them also, after they've been remodeled, they put in the freestyle, which is the automated thing
so
with the touchscreen.
Like a strawberry cherry Diet Coke if you want.
But I am not a fan of those machines. Okay. They do not taste as good.
Tom, I hate to do this. We're going to have to stand up here.
Are you sinking?
Is sinking again.
All right, we can stand.
You're going to have to talk to our media guy about getting some
chairs,
higher quality chairs here.
All right.
You know.
Well, I think we're going to adjust the.
Okay.
I think we just threw the whole.
We did.
The whole podcast off. So.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Now that we're standing up.
Yeah. Now that we've discussed.
Sorry, I thought it was going to be all the way down to the floor while you were.
We can do the. We could do
Who's the owner of this place?
We can do like the elevator, or we can do the, the stairs.
Sure. Do the stairs.
Or we could do I could do the escalator.
What's the escalator?
Well, you kind of gotta, you don't step. It's kind of a smooth thing. I don't know.
Not quite as quick down. Good grief.
All right.
Oh, I think we've are you sure that's just Diet Coke?
I think so.
Okay.
Maybe I'm just happy to be home.
Oh, maybe that is it.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of being home, where'd you go this week?
Went to 2 trade shows. Started off at the North Central Indiana PHCC Expo up in Elkhart, Indiana, near the beautiful South Bend. Most people know where South Bend is because of the University of Notre Dame. But
Touchdown Jesus.
Touchdown Jesus. Yes. Yep. Yes. You gotta pray to Touchdown Jesus, being the good Catholic that I am. So
a lot better than Purdue, that's for sure.
Now that's taking it. That's
okay. Let's not.
That's
get
a little
into
blasphemous.
I don't want to get into this again.
All
right. Continue on.
So did the North Central Indiana PHCC show, and then went over to Livonia, Michigan, which is a northern suburb of Detroit, for the Southeast Michigan Air Conditioning Contractor Association Expo.
Okay.
That's a show I've done a bunch of years. Always a good turnout, actually. This year was a little light, but still talked to some current customers as well as several new opportunities, and just made the drive home. Got up this morning and drove down from Detroit.
How long is that drive?
Well, that depends on if your navigation is working. I was using Google Maps, and for some reason it was not working. It was not keeping up. It was about 30 seconds behind. So
were you missing
I missed a couple of interstates that I was supposed to get off, and kind of did some back roads touring of Ohio.
Okay.
So, but we made it. Yes.
Well,
so,
at least it's a beautiful day here.
it is. Yeah, it was nice not to be driving in the snow or the rain like it has been in the past few months. So.
Well, you do know we're supposed to have a wintry mix again on Monday.
Oh, well, you sure it's not going to be over the weekend? So we have
my phone said Monday.
Okay, so the weekend's supposed to be
Just
good?
rainy.
Oh, okay.
The wintry mix doesn't touch down until Monday.
All right. Well,
so, what do you do?
What do you do?
So you said the attendance was down a little bit at the shows?
Yeah, I think that's actually a trend across the country. I do a fair number of shows throughout the year. And I will say that, and this is only anecdotal, I don't have all the hard numbers to back up what I'm saying, but it does seem like attendance is down at the shows. I'm not 100% sure why that is. I don't know if it's a change in the culture, in that people now are just busier. They got too many things. They've got social media. They've got the internet that kind of connects everyone. So I don't know if they feel like they don't need that personal interaction. It may be that contractors are just busier than they've ever been. The economy's good, plus finding we've talked about the labor shortage, so the owners are having to do more work themselves, so they have less free time. I'm not 100% sure of what that is. I will say that we did our show here in Indianapolis a few weeks back, and we actually had a really good turnout at that. So I don't know, but hopefully it's a trend that will change. I'm a huge believer in the trade shows, I'll say they're conferences. But
let me ask you this: why do you think it's important for contractors to come to these shows? What benefit can they gain from actually being there?
Oh, that's a great question.
Rather than looking at something online or whatever it may be.
Well, that's a great question. First off, most of the time, I'm usually referring to the trade show portion of these, but they're usually a whole conference, so it's not just the trade show portion. There's usually seminars. There may be all kinds of different interactions. There's usually some sort of lunch where you can sit and talk with other contractors. So I think it's vitally important. It's a great way to come, get some education. It gets you away from your office. We all know that if you're sitting in front of your desk trying to watch a webinar or do some training online, we get distracted. Email pops up or we get a text or something. So actually physically going to a location, sitting down and removing yourself from that
forces you to immerse yourself into the environment.
And most of the time the seminars are great. Whenever possible, I attend them if I can get to the show and get my booth set up in time. I'll always go find the shows that are applicable to what we're trying to do here at Jackson Systems, and I always walk away with a lot of really good information. They do covering things like marketing and sales, things dealing with human resources, all those things. And as business owners or as managers within our companies, all that is just so vitally important to the success of our company. So I would always encourage contractors, get to the point where you can get away for a half a day. Like the one in Michigan that we did, while it was a whole day show, started in the morning. You knew the schedule and you could have actually picked out, maybe you only needed to come for the afternoon sessions and then go to the trade show. The other really important part of the conference or a trade show is the ability to talk to your peers. While some of them may be competitors, probably a lot of them aren't competitors, and you can learn something from them. They probably have, if they're bigger than you, they've been through the same issues that you've had and may be able to save you a lot of money, a lot of headaches. So,
some of their successes may be their pain points,
correct,
and vice versa.
So build that, definitely build that peer group, and it's an opportunity to better yourself and better your business, which is all we're all trying to do that. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, that's some really good insight on why it's important to be there and really immerse yourself, like I said, in the environment and kind of try to go there and gain something, because there's a lot of really beneficial information you can walk out with.
And the other thing that I didn't mention is, as far as the trade show portion goes, typically the exhibitors are bringing their latest and greatest products. So it's a good opportunity in a very quick manner to walk around, see what's latest and greatest. Maybe you've had a an issue with a particular product and you've got someone there that's an expert on that product, you could ask them the question about it. Get some face-to-face answers. So I think the trade show is also vital to helping you learn what's coming up. We always like showing our latest and greatest products that we're releasing. I know all the manufacturers like having that there because it creates a buzz. So the trade show I think is important, and usually there's usually free food and beer and alcohol. So if nothing else, you can come to that.
You've never told me that before.
I know. Well, that was on purpose.
When's your next one?
I know. In 2022, I think.
Oh, okay. So, I'll still be around.
All right.
Let me know. Put it on the calendar.
All right.
No, I'll have to tell. One question here. At the booth, the Jackson Systems booth at these shows, do you give away the free screwdrivers?
Absolutely.
Because I have contractors all the time say, "Can you get me some more of those screwdrivers?" They love them.
Oh, the screwdrivers are awesome. That's why we always, if you ever run out, if you run out, any of you contractors out there, if you run out of Jackson Systems screwdrivers, let your account manager know or shoot us an email. We'll definitely send you some more screwdrivers. The guys, my booth was next to Federated Insurance yesterday, and I'll tell you, Federated Insurance, they always have the best giveaways. They had spinners, they had bottle openers, they had all kinds of...
Did you bring me anything back?
No, I felt guilty trying to take them. Thanks,
actually, Tom.
White Rogers had a popcorn machine, so I was in heaven. I got
Did you
some
eat popcorn the whole time?
I ate some popcorn last night, so
well, there you
that
go.
was excellent. So
we do love White Rogers.
Yes.
They're good guys.
Absolutely.
Well, it sounds like, you came back with some good insight, maybe, on why people aren't showing up. And then, I guess, can you offer any insight on how you could ramp up the attendance at these shows? Like, what could happen that would be helpful? Like, maybe if they had them in the evenings and not during the day or...
I think that's, definitely part of it is figuring out the timing. In the evening, obviously, it's a little easier for people to get away, but you also are contending with, everybody's got families and all that, so I'm not 100% sure of that. Probably the evenings are better. The other thing, I think, as far as trying to improve the attendance, is continue to offer the classes. Something that we do here at Jackson Systems where we've seen a big pick up in our trainings is we make sure that they're NATE certified when at all possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Contractors want to have those continuing educations from NATE. So if the people putting on the conference can have NATE certified classes, especially in some of the states like Ohio, Kentucky, they have, not only do they have the NATE issue that they're contending with, their state requires that they can get continuing education credits. So anything we can do to help motivate the people to show up and get those continuing ed credits, I think that's a huge deal. So
absolutely.
We don't actually have that here in Indiana, so we have to figure out other ways to coax people to come to our conferences, but we'll keep pushing at it.
The screwdrivers.
The screwdriver, that's it.
I'm
for
just
the screwdrivers.
Saying, they're great.
Is that a drink or is that the actual tool?
Well, it's both.
Oh, all right.
You can use a Jackson Systems screwdriver to mix a screwdriver.
Okay. Maybe that's what we should call this show, Screwdrivers and Screwdrivers.
Yeah.
There we go.
For sure. Well, do you want to ask me about my week, or is this all going to be about you?
What about your week? How was your week?
Okay. Well, it was really busy.
Well, that's good.
We had a busy week. I went
Did you sell anything?
Of course.
All right. Good deal.
It's my job.
All right.
I don't want to get fired.
That's true.
All right. So, went to Honeywell release party this week for their new products.
What did they release?
The D6, which is the mini split Wi-Fi thermostat.
Okay.
Which is amazing. I
Very
loved
cool.
it. They have a new Z-Wave stat that goes in line with their T-Series.
Okay.
Which
for home automation?
Yes.
All right.
Which is also really great because you can just put it on the back plate. If you had like a T4, you could then replace it with the new Z-Wave
that's pretty
stat.
cool. Yeah.
It is. I really like the way that they did the T-Series, I guess, if you will. They had a couple of new valves that they talked about, but really I think the thing that was most exciting was that mini split.
Yep.
Wi-Fi.
The D6. All right.
Stat. So that was awesome. They
Are
had
those
a really
available yet? I don't honestly.
Absolutely.
All right. I didn't even know.
Give your girl a call.
All right. Give your
You
girl
know,
a
I
call.
will get you
She'll hook you
as
up with
many
some
as you
D6s.
need. Hey, you got it.
All right.
No, and we can imprint the stand that those are on because we do have an amazing imprinting program here.
Yes, we do.
Not to get into all the reasons why Jackson Systems is awesome, but just saying. So there's that.
All right.
And then I talked with some of the Honeywell reps that were there and the trainers, and they are always so engaged and passionate about what they have to offer. And so it was really good to, see some of them and catch up. And they'll be here. Honeywell will be here for a training next week.
Oh, excellent. On the new products?
Yes.
All right.
Yep. So they're going to
Very
go
good.
into all of the new products, and any contractor that wants to come can either come here to Jackson Systems. In person, in the flesh, or log in via live stream.
All right.
All of the information's on our website, jacksonsystems.com.
Excellent.
Sign up, join us. We've been having really great turnouts for our trainings.
Yep.
I think we're upwards to about 100 contractors
Watching online, yeah.
watching online
that's awesome.
and the people that are coming in for the trainings. So,
Very good.
and they're always free,
Yep.
which is awesome.
Always a good dinner.
Yeah,
We always
we
cater in a
usually
good
have
dinner.
a pretty good dinner. I hate it when they do the chili night here though at those dinners. Hate beans, so I always get bummed out
All right, well,
when it's that. But
We'll make a batch without beans.
oh, cool, got that taken care of.
Sure.
No, I'm just.
I don't like chili if it had beans or no beans. So.
I don't really love it either.
Yeah.
But I really hate it when there's beans in it.
Yeah.
They're just terrible.
Okay.
I figured you would like beans. Isn't that like a pretty common campfire food?
It is, but yeah, that's not me.
What do you do out in the woods? Do you carry a supply of Diet Coke with you?
I have to drink a lot before I go.
Do you go through with withdrawal? Like,
Yeah.
do you come back shaking? Like,
Yeah. Well, when I went backpacking last summer for the 10 days, I actually had to stop. I gave up Diet Coke a couple months before I went
we
on
all
the
remember that.
went on the backpacking trip. So.
You were not enjoyable
No,
during that. No,
come
I'm
on
just
now.
kidding. You were
Yeah.
okay.
I'm a big, lovable teddy bear.
Except when you're going through Diet Coke withdrawals.
yeah,
all right. Anyway.
All right. So
So there's that. Getting prepared. I'm going out to Colorado on business next week, so I'm really excited to see our friends out there. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much my week.
all right. So how about a peek and a pit?
You go first.
Why do I have to go first?
You always go first. I feel like we're in a rhythm now.
All right. I will go first.
Okay. All right. Don't try to mix things up right now.
My pit is the traffic coming back from Detroit. The traffic was horrible, and the fact that my Google Maps was not working, it got me lost there for a little bit in the suburbs of Detroit. So that wasn't too fun. So I guess that'd
Sure,
be
it
my.
was an operator error.
Well, it could have been. I'm not saying.
You complain a lot about the traffic, and I'm starting to think maybe you need to look in the mirror. I
Well,
don't know. Maybe it's you.
I'm probably. If you row with me, I'm probably considered.
I have.
Probably considered an impatient driver. I don't know.
I mean,
That's at least what I've been told. But anyway, I made it home safely, so that's a good thing.
I just try to sleep whenever I'm riding with you. Just try to avoid
Yep.
that. I nearly have a heart attack. It's terrifying.
Okay.
All right.
All
Your
right. My peak was doing the 2 conferences, and actually my son is at the State Robotics Championship this weekend. So go Cybercards.
Ooh.
Hopefully they will come back victorious.
What did they build?
They built a robot.
Well, thank you, Tom. Could you expound on that? Which was your word of the day today. So
Yeah, I don't even know exactly what the robot does.
Okay.
So
a lot of help you
Yeah,
are.
I'm not very. It's my wife is the real robotics guru of the family.
God
so
bless Jane.
I have to see. My wife agreed to do robotics. I do the scouts, and when she's doing robotics, that means I'm in charge of taking care of our daughter. So I don't get to do a whole lot of the robotics things. So I'm kind of on the fringes,
She driving yet?
She's got a learner's permit.
How's that going?
Good.
Hopefully
so,
you're not teaching her.
No,
Jane's
I'm not.
doing
I
it?
am not teaching her.
Okay,
No,
perfect.
That's I know better than that.
Okay.
So she'll get her actual driver's license this summer, and we're looking forward to that because.
What kind of car are you getting her?
She likes Ford Focuses, but we haven't made a decision. Only thing I've told her is it's got to be American. So it's got to be a Ford or a Chrysler or a Chevrolet or something in that realm.
Like
so,
are you going to do like a brand new car? Or are you going to try to find like a used car?
No, one that's a couple years old.
Yeah, I mean, I think you go even a little bit further back than a couple years.
Well,
let me tell you, my first car was a little banged up.
Yeah.
After those first couple of years of driving, you know.
I'll get her the powder blue Ford Escort, 1984 powder blue Ford Escort was my first car. So.
Mine was it was like a 1998 Saturn 4-door.
Oh, I love Saturn.
It was like
Jane and I both
loved
had
that car.
I love Saturn.
I don't want to talk about what happened to that car, but it
Is it in a ditch somewhere?
It didn't last to graduation, I'll tell you that much. But we don't have time to get into that.
All
so
right.
anyway, so peak. No, let's start with Pitt.
All right. I always like
Pitt of the week. I don't know if I have one. I haven't had a really, anything that's happened this week that's made me feel extra pity.
Is that a word?
Maybe.
Okay.
Expound is evidently.
Expounded
so,
and pity.
I don't know. Well, let's start with peak. Peak would be we ended quarter 1 with great growth. We had a great quarter. The team worked really hard. We've headed into April, have a really strong start. So definitely my peak was seeing and getting all the final numbers and seeing how many contractors we were able to help. And, that was really good. So
excellent.
My professional peak, we'll call it that.
All right.
Pitt, there are some really bad potholes still. But I will say I can't even say that's a Pitt because they've been out fixing them this week. So I think they think winter's finally over.
Yeah.
But until I saw that wintry mix on Monday, so I'm just saying. But,
let's get to Monday and worry about it then.
Well.
All right.
Till next time.
Adieu.
Cheers.
Cheers.